Hi class 11s. So this video I'll be doing it from your book. Okay, I got one book, sociology book. So let's start. We are starting with the third chapter, that is understanding social institutions. So I will be discussing only the highlighted parts, right? Okay, so what is social institutions? Social institutions in sociology, or like basically everywhere, are all these family, kinship, religion, state. Okay, so what is institution? Institution is something that works according to rules established or at least acknowledged by law or by custom. So institution is something which works or which runs following certain rules that are established, or some rules which are, like, passed by law, or it is known according to the law. So institution, it imposes constraint on individuals, so it restricts or it limits or it allows individual to do this and that. So like in many of the instances we have studied about a functionalist view and conflict view, right? Like in sociology, see, in sociology there are a lot of views, okay, a lot of different views and uh, theories. Like the first one is here, which we have already studied, is functionalist. Okay, so these functionalists, they understand social institution as a complex set of social norms, beliefs, values, and role relationship that arise in response to the needs of the society. So according to functionalists, social institutions, it is a combination, or it is a set of all these norms, the rules, the beliefs, all these values, roles, which comes into the society because in order to meet to the need in order to meet the needs of the society. Okay, and then these social institutions, they exist to satisfy human needs. There are various formal and informal social institutions. So like it's written here, example of informal institutions is law, whereas law and education are formal institution. All these family, religion are examples of informal institutions. Okay, which is like, family, there's no certain law according to which a family should run, so that is informal. But education has certain law, and law itself is, it has law. Okay, so functionalists, they believe that like this social institution, it is a set of, it has norms, beliefs, values, and all such, and it is made in order to, like it emerges to meet the needs of the society. And then the next one, which we are studying constantly, is conflict perspective. Conflict view of social institution here is holds that all individuals are not placed equally in society. Like there is high class, middle class, upper middle class, lower class, high caste people, low caste people, untouchables, right? So conflict view, it says that we have studied earlier. All social institutions, whether familial, religious, political, economic, legal, or educational, will operate in interest of the dominant sections of the society. So conflict view says that everything what happens in the society is, it happens according to the dominant caste, class, or view. So everything that is followed in the society is according to the dominant classes. Okay, so dominant section not only dominates political and economic institution, but also ensures that the ruling class ideas becomes ruling ideas of the society. So these people, these dominant class people, believe that whatever is followed by the ruling classes should be, like, it should be followed by the entire society. So here we are going to study about family. According to functionalists, the family performs important tasks which contribute to society's basic needs and helps perpetuate social order. The functionalist perspective argues that modern industrial society functions best if women look after the family and men earn the livelihood. So functionalists, they say that family as a social institution, it has a lot, it, let's say it performs the most important task, okay, of rearing the child or giving birth and looking after everything. Okay, so family is the most important institution, and in an industrial society a family will be better if a woman looks after the family and it is the man who earns the livelihood. The nuclear family is seen as the unit best equipped to handle the demands of industrial society. So nuclear family means a family where there is just the mother, father, and the unmarried children, and the functionalists believe that this nuclear family is the best for an industrial society. Okay, so the sociologist A.M. Shah remarks that in the post-independent India, the joint family has been steadily increasing. So in India after independence, the number of joint family has been increasing, and because of that, one of the factor is increasing life expectancy. Life expectancy means how many years a particular person or a particular gender may live. Okay, so the contributing factor is the increasing life expectancy in India. According to him, it has increased from 32.5 to 55.4 years for men. Okay, so a man, earlier the life expectancy was like, let's say, 33, and now it is like 55 for men, and for women it was 31 and now it is 55.7 for the women. And then the number of old people in India has also been increasing. There is a large number of aged population, but they say that India is a young population where the younger generation is more in population than the older generation, but it is slowly increasing. Studies have shown how diverse family forms are found in different societies with regard to the rule of residence. Some societies are matrilocal in their marriage and family customs, while others are patrilocal. So there are different forms of family. Okay, we have studied about nuclear means this is the where parents and unmarried children live, and joint families where different generations live, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your aunt, uncle. Okay, so that is nuclear and extended. And there is on the basis of residence, like where are you going to live after marriage. There is matrilocal, where you will be living at the house of the wife, and there is patrilocal, where you will be living in the house of the husband. Okay, a patriarchal family structure exists where the men exercise authority and dominance, and matriarchy where the women play a major role in decision making in the family. And then the other one is patriarchal, means where authority or the head of the family is male, and matriarchal is where the authority and power of decision making is in the hand of the female. So matriarchal families are usually found in northeast, like among the Khasis. Okay, so they are saying how gendered is family, means like how much gender bias is there in family. Like people usually are more, they prefer boy male child more than a female child, because they believe that male child will be with them and will look after them, whereas a daughter will go and get married, right? So they prefer a male child more than a girl child. So yeah, so this is just how gendered family is, how much they have gender bias. So here there is sex ratio of girls in 0 to 6 group was enumerated. So there is more, infant means baby, small baby. So like there is more number of uh, female infant dying in comparison to male, even though the immunity, or like what do you call it, like there is more survival chances of a female infant, but then more female infant are dying, because like in many cases the girl child is not taken care of as much as that of the female child, or sorry, male child. Basically, I've written here sex ratio means number of female per thousand males. So how many females are there per thousand males means sex ratio. So see, the in 2001 census, the sex ratio was 927 female per 1000 male. So out of 1000 male, there was 927 female. So like boxes like these you should read, and all of these please go through, okay? And then we have, okay, we're going to come to the end of the video. So then the other one is forms of marriage. We've studied about family and nuclear and extended family, matrilocal, patriarchal, okay? And you guys just don't go through the highlighted ones. Please read the entire text. So marriage. Marriage has a large variety of forms on the basis of number of partners and rules governing who can marry whom in terms of the number of partners. So again, in marriage also there are forms of marriage, like on the number of partners you can have, how many wives or husbands you can have. There is, if single partner is monogamy, okay? Like if you have one husband or if you have one wife, then that is monogamy. But if you have more than one, okay, is polygamy. One is polygamy. And in monogamy, like if I have my husband, and after, and like my husband dies and then I marry another man, then that is called serial monogamy, okay? See, it's written here, individuals are permitted to marry again, often on the death of the first spouse or after divorce. This is known as serial monogamy. If I marry another man after the death of my husband, that is serial monogamy. And then there is polygamy, as I said, okay? It denotes marriage to more than one mate at one time and takes the form of, so when you marry more than, if you have more than one partner, it is polygamy. And in polygamy, if the husband has more than one wife, it is known as polygyny, or some say polygyny, okay? If husband has more than one wife and the woman has more than one husband, it is known as polyandry. So there are two types of polygamy, okay? So the matter of arranging marriages, rules and prescriptions. So basically, in many cases, this is like in many societies, or in many cases, the family arranges and fixes your marriage by looking for a husband or wife for you, and in some cases you do it yourself. That's it. So rules of endogamy and exogamy. So what is endogamy and exogamy? Like like endogamy means marrying within your own caste, okay? Endo, inside your caste. And when you marry outside your caste, it is exogamy. This takes place not only on the basis of caste, but also on the basis of village, okay? So forms of marriage based on rules governing eligibility, ineligibility of mates is called, classified as endogamy and exogamy. So whether you can marry outside your caste or not, and all this eligibility and all is classified as endogamy and exogamy. Endogamy requires an individual to marry within a culturally defined group of which he or she is already a member. So I have to marry within my own caste, that is endogamy, okay? And exogamy is the reverse, it is opposite of endogamy. Requires the individual to marry outside his or own group. So I have to, in exogamy, I will be married, or I will be marrying a person who does not belong to my caste or my village. So I'll be marrying somebody who is outside my caste or village, that is exogamy. And when I marry somebody who is within my own caste, where I have to marry, where according to the rule I have to marry somebody belonging to my own caste, is endogamy. Alright, so this much for today.